Yes, everybody, what's going on? My name's Stephen Howson. This is Full Time Devils. United have beaten City at the Etihad, and I reckon that when you woke up this morning, you didn't think that. I didn't think that. I thought it was going to get pumped. It was funny when we was doing our starting 11 predictions, we was looking at how the fuck is this going to go down, and we're like, what have we even got available? I think the only difference with people was, are we going to see Greenwood up front, or are we going to see Mason up front? And then is it Pereira or Jesse in the 10? And that's really about it, wasn't it? There wasn't really many other, possibly Phil Jones at the back over Luke Shaw. Performance-wise, I thought David De Gea had a decent performance. It was good to see him. Back in the mixer. I find it really interesting what's going to happen with Dave, to be honest. Since, aside from his first season at the club, that number one spot has been his and not an issue. The only time it was ever in question, really, was when he was supposedly off to Madrid and they waited until the window closed and then he regained his first team spot. I think it was under Louis. Aside from that, that's him. He's the numero uno, as they say, in wherever they speak that language. Spain, I think. But there's pressure on him at the moment. Dean Henderson's pulling out belting performances in the Prem. Romero's pulling out belting performances anytime he's asked upon for United. And Dave's had a couple of shaky moments. A couple of shaky moments when balls have been crossed in, set pieces, not looked the bravest, looked like he was possibly going to be targeted a little bit, and that was never going to be an issue against City, really. Even though he did let us down against City previously. But he was under pressure. He was under pressure that he's losing his space. And I think that most of us would probably say, if Dave went, we'd be all right. It's the one place on the pitch that we are stacked in. You've got Big Dave, you've got Romero, you've got Dean Henderson, you've still got Joel Pereira, and we're signing fucking reserve goalkeepers like they're all fucking going out of fashion. It's a mad one. It's a proper mad one. I wonder if the club are going to look at it from a financial situation. Dean Henderson's not going to be on 400 bag a week. Would they be willing to give him a go just because he's a cheaper option? Wouldn't put it past them. And like I said, would anyone be majorly asked if we did? Would anyone be overly bothered if we was like, was going to get rid of him, get a transfer fee for him and use it to strengthen elsewhere in the side? I don't think that's the craziest idea I've ever heard, to be honest. But it was, like I said, I'm going off on a tangent here, but it was good to see Dave looking a little bit like his old self, making those reactionary saves, which he's excellent at, the good shot stopping. He had a lot of trade tonight, and he had some saves that he had to make as well. And City did put the ball in the back of the net twice, actually, wasn't it? That they put the ball in the back of the net. And there was the correct decision to rule both of those out. But, City put it on us a little bit, as they're capable of doing. They're a fantastic football team in full flight. Just the depth that they've got to the squad. I mean, their fucking bench would have all started for us. Bringing on Gabriel Jesus and David Silva. It's just options that United don't have. By a long stretch, we're playing with Mason and Dan James, which, if you want to be honest, one was playing under 18s football last year and one was in the Championship, and City are pulling out world-class expensive forwards off the bench. That shows you the depth of investment in both teams there, I think. But in the last three meetings, it's 2 wins to Solskjaer and 1 to Pep Guardiola with the most expensively assembled squad ever, and Ollie with the worst Manchester United 11 that I've seen in 30 years. So I think what Solskjaer's doing deserves a little bit of respect that I don't think he gets. I think it deserves a little bit of patience. And I think we owe it ourselves to see what this fucker can do with some actual resources and some actual players that he actually wants. I think the Bruno Fernandes news, him coming in, is fantastic. We need a player that can unpick a lock. We need a player that's a definite first choice starter. And he is that. I think he's better as a number 8. I think he'll probably be featuring in a 10, at least to begin with. I'm pretty sure that they're just going to drop him straight in there in a number 10. And, tactically, it's one of the easiest jobs to play. There's limited sort of defensive responsibilities, and there's the total freedom to do whatever you feel like doing with the ball. So I hope that's the crack. I hope that they go, yep, there you go, just stick in the number 10, play what you see. If you see a pass, give it. It's very off the cuff as a number 10 anyway. I don't think there's that much tactical now. Stand there at a corner, stand there at a free kick, or take it. I think you could do that. I think a number 6 or a number 8, a little bit more, probably needs to play with his teammates a little bit to get the rhythm of everyone and the positioning. But I think you could throw him in as a number 10, and what a lift that would be for everyone at Old Trafford. I don't think there's any sort of big divine plan from the Glazers and Woodward to bring him on or announce him prior to the game on Saturday and fuck up any protest. I don't think that's the plan from them whatsoever. I just think it's sheer incompetence that it took them to... I guess it's the 30th now, isn't it, for bringing this deal over the line. You got 30 fucking days. This is that fucking absolute slacker arsehole kid at uni or college or school or whatever that you've got until the end of the month to turn this paper in. 11 o'clock in the morning, you've got to turn it in, and they're fucking running through the door at 5 to 11 with it in their hand. This is what United are. You could have turned it in on the 1st of January. And maybe we would have had more points. Maybe we'd have had some fucking points on the board and we could have gone into 4th place. 4th place is still doable for United. But I think not having Marcus Rashford, I don't think we can do it. I think we're going to miss out on it. I think it's going to be narrow. I think we're probably going to push Chelsea quite far, but ultimately miss out. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's definitely possible if we manage to get him back, if we manage to get him into the team. We do have a chance, and I would love to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to push for this. We're going to fucking have it. Bruno's going to be the spark that lights a fire under our ass. But we're missing X factors, and I thought Tony Marshall had a fucking shocker of a game tonight. And I take into account no service, no goals, and that's a big thing. And when you look at Erling Haaland and you see what he's just done in terms of the finishes that he's had, those 5 goals that he scored for Dortmund, 4 of those were one-touch finishes. Now, you don't get a one-touch finish inside the box when you haven't had it laid on a plate for you. How many of the United's chances are one-touch finishes? There's not many. So, I reckon Bruno could be that distance, but a difference for us, but even so. We need so much. We arguably needed at least 3 signings coming in during this window, at least, and then you still need more and more coming in the summer. Whether or not we get them, I don't know. Whether or not there's a desire from the Glazers to be able to do that for us, I don't know. But a moral victory for United tonight, 1-0. Goes down as a win on the record, even though on aggregate it was a defeat. So we managed to win and lose in the same night. But it is what it is. Let's hope that we can do it into the top 4, because I don't really see winning the Europa League as a way to make sure we're in the Champions League hat for next season. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Think we can do it? Think Bruno can be the difference? Think we can do it without Marcus? Do you think we'll get a striker in? Let us know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.